Morning, Annika. And yes, I mean, everybody probably sort of wondering, yes, okay, the Guptas, you know, the names come up every now and then. VBS, Steinhoff, kind of under the radar at the moment. So what kind of detail are we expecting today?
Yes, I think with all the new revelations about Bosasa, people have forgotten about Steinhoff and VBS and some of these state capture allegations, and all these inquiries are going on, and still no charges yet from the Hawks. I can tell you that there's definitely been no extradition request for any of the Gupta families coming from the NPA, because the Hawks still haven't filed any charges or created a charge sheet on those particular crimes, and there is the issue of jurisdiction, so they're still muddling their way through that. PricewaterhouseCoopers, they have now completed their huge forensic audit, which spanned 30 countries for Steinhoff, and that will be released in March, which means that that work, the very difficult forensic auditing work, has now been done for them. So it'll be very interesting to see whether they've received that report from Steinhoff itself yet. And VBS still very quiet on that front, and I think MPs want to find out what's going on, especially as we had the Eskom inquiry here last year, and many names involved in state capture and state-owned enterprises came up, but there seemed to be no consequences and no direct arrests relating to those cases or revelations.
I guess Parliament is going to want to know really if any real progress is being made towards those kind of actions like arrest, Annika.
That's right. I mean, they are complex and they do go across several jurisdictions, especially anything related to the Gupta family and state capture. And one of the main concerns that the Hawks have always cited is that they have to, for instance, be very clear about what they're asking the UAE for in terms of the charge sheet, because once they extradite somebody on those particular cases, they can't add extra charges. But the police minister is also going to be at the committee. He's going to be introducing the new acting head of IPID. This on the back of Robert McBride filing an urgent application to have Parliament's decision approving of the police minister's non-extension of his 5-year term to be reviewed and set aside. So the police minister's coming in to show MPs who the new acting IPID head is going to be. He's going to be the acting CFO. He's been there for about a year. His name is Victor Senna. He has a lot of experience in the civil service, but the McBride saga in terms of the courts is very much far from over.
And you mentioned the new IPID or acting IPID head, Annika. I mean, also bearing in mind we have a relatively new head of the National Prosecuting Authority as well, Shamila Batoy. So I wonder how much impact or how much of that will feature, because they haven't really been involved and just starting off their job. So I wonder how much the Hawks might say, listen, we're back on the right track now, or we've got new people, and give us a chance maybe to get things right, where this wouldn't be a reflection of their work in this instance in today's report.
Well, Robert McBride has said that he sent Sean Abrams, the former National Director of Public Prosecutions, 2 years ago, a massive dossier, and begged him to institute some sort of criminal charges against high-profile, sensitive people involved in all sorts of malfeasance, and nothing ever happened to those cases. So I think Shamila Batoy is under a lot of pressure to act on cases that have been sitting on Sean Abrams' desk. But the other problem with new people and acting people, which we're seeing across all the state-owned enterprises, we saw it at Nexa yesterday, you see it at Eskom, etc., is that you have these new people, acting chair people, acting board members, and they seem to really have to start afresh, and in the meantime nobody from the previous boards, which seem to have lost all the money, just disappear and ride off into the sunset and have an early retirement. So the Hawks have a lot of work to do, and I don't envy them, but certainly they need to come to Parliament with some concrete information this time.
Yeah, and after all, it's the institution that's responsible for handling the cases. Individuals come and go. Thank you very much, Annika Larsen, outside Parliament in Cape Town this morning.